Hi, my name is Heather Albert, and I am here today with Brian. He is 25 years old. He suffers from borderline personality disorder, and we are in a therapy setting. I'm going to attempt to use DBT, and he is having some issues with his parents and just some emotional regulation issues. So, here we go. Hi Brian, my name is Heather. I'm a UGA social work student. We're going to be talking a little bit today about what brought you in and how you're feeling and what you'd like to gain from working together. So how are you feeling today?
I don't know, I'm feeling angry, feeling a little upset, a little depressed, maybe. I don't know, I'm just kind of ticked off with my parents. They try to control, I don't know, I really don't know. I'm just angry, I think, I'm angry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear that you're angry. So when you get angry with your parents, I guess you talked to me a little bit on the phone. You tend to blow up emotionally. You get really angry and aggressive,
I hit
and
things.
you hit things. Yeah. So can you give me an example of a time that maybe in the past, maybe 6 weeks, that has occurred that you felt like that?
Yeah, I wanted to go out. I live with my parents now, so they just have me, in under their control. I wanted to go out with some friends and stuff like that, and they said that I wasn't. They thought I was gonna drink or whatever, and they don't want me drinking, and they're just stupid. And so I just got angry at them, and so I hit the wall. I started yelling at them. They deserved it. And then I started hitting the walls, and I went outside and I kicked the car, and then I thought about taking a baseball bat to the car, but I didn't do it though. So they think that they're the bosses of me.
So tell me how, if you were to calm down, are you feeling angry right now?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Okay. So let's take some deep breaths.
Mm.
Some deep breaths in through your nose, and then hold it for a few seconds, and out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through your nose. Okay. So we're gonna try to calm down and look at this anger. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So we're in a safe environment. Okay. So, and you're allowed to express your anger here in a healthy way. So, what would happen if you said to your parents, because what I heard you say is they thought that I was going to go drink, or they thought that I was going to go cause trouble, something to that extent. What would happen if you say to your parents, I think that you are assuming that I'm going to go do these things, but then maybe tell them how you feel about that. That makes me feel however you feel. Or, that's not true. I'm not going to do that. What would happen if we kind of approach the situation in that way? Do you think you could do something like that?
Yeah, I probably could, but I mean, it sounds good, but my parents, they won't understand. Even if I sat and talked to them, I think they're just bad. I don't think they like me. I don't know what they think of me, but they know I'm screwed up, and I've been this way, I think. I don't know. But I could do what you're saying. I think it makes sense. But I'll just get angry at them. I'll just get angry. I'll try it though, but
Okay, so why don't we focus more on the anger then, on um, helping you with the anger. So when you feel angry, can we think of some tools that you can use to distract yourself? So instead of hitting the wall or hitting the car with a baseball bat, that's very destructive. Outlets for our anger. Can we try to utilize some techniques such as listening to music? What do you like to do that distracts you?
like what you said, I like listening to music. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I could just tell them, I don't want to deal with it now. Just go to my room, listen to my music. Um, I like that. Get on the I'll get on the internet and maybe play some video games, whatever. Maybe go. I like playing basketball, so maybe do that. I think I could do that, and when I exercise, I think it makes me feel good.
Exercise is an excellent avenue for releasing some of that anger in healthy ways. Do you think that when you go home today that you could get a box and maybe collect some items that help you feel soothed? Such as, do you have any items from childhood or maybe from friends or relationships that you have, any sort of clothing, or do you like things that smell like natural herbs, anything like that that can arouse your senses, such as smell, taste, um, touch. If we could get a box and put some things in, maybe like memorabilia that calm you down, something that smells so you can smell it and get outside of the anger.
Yeah, I got like baseball cards when I was little. I used to collect those, so I like it. That made me remember about a time when I kind of wasn't like people saying that I am now, and that made me angry now. But back then, though, I was pretty okay. So I like baseball cards because that's what I did. It made me happy. And I've got some comic books which I had when I was little, and I used to like that. And so I could put that in there too. And then I don't know. Um, I don't know. I have some clothes or whatever, like some stuff. I think I have gloves. I had a watch that I liked, and so maybe I can do that. I like the feel of the watch.
You like the feel?
Yeah, I like that.
Good.
So doesn't that
So
those
we
things?
have the baseball cards, the comic books, the watch. Is there any like sort of shampoo or body wash that smells really good that you like that maybe we can put into the box so that you could smell something to kind of distract yourself?
Yeah, there's some like colognes which I like.
Cologne?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the smell of some stuff.
Mhm.
And so I have that, and I used to use that like in high school or whatever. And high school wasn't bad sometimes. It was only when I got angry at people and get into fights and stuff, but there were some times that were really good. So maybe I can put that in there because it smells good,
Good.
But yeah, you're right. There are things I could put in my box, but
Okay. How do you feel about making a box?
I don't know. I'm like 25 and I gotta make a box, but I have to be here because it was just getting worse for my parents and me, and I thought one day I was going to hit them. So they want me to come here, and I don't want to go to jail for doing stupid stuff that I do. So I think I can do what you're saying. I
Okay.
think it's okay.
Okay. So how about when you go home, if you feel comfortable with this idea, going home and making the box, and then if you feel at all uncomfortable, like your emotions feel out of control, or just overwhelmed, really sad, anything like that, you can go to the box and feel and touch. Touch and smell and remember some of these items in the box to distract you. Also, I'd like to work on a mindfulness exercise. It sounds like that might help you also in the midst of some of these anger outrages.
Yeah.
Um, so, what I want you to do, have you ever heard of mindfulness before?
No.
Okay, so with mindfulness, what we're going to do is we're going to try to stay in the present moment. It's an exercise to help you kind of forget what it is that you're so worried and focused on and revert back to the present moment and just let things go. So, what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes and when in the midst of when you're starting to feel angry, I want you to just close your eyes and then we're going to think about a really relaxing place. That can be like the woods or a pond, near a pond, or anything that might be relaxing to you. Do you have an idea of what that might look like?
Yeah, I used to fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that, but I get angry when I didn't catch any fish, and I broke one of my fishing poles because I
Okay.
didn't.
But it
But
was relaxing at
yeah,
initially.
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
like
let's
it.
go to that place.
Okay.
Initially, it was peaceful when we first got there. So we're first there. Okay, so let's close our eyes. So we're at the fishing pond, and we're sitting there. We haven't unloaded our stuff yet. It's very peaceful. We can see the water, and the sun is shining. The leaves are whistling in the wind. So I want you to sit there for a little while, and I want you to start thinking some of these thoughts that are whirling through your head, that are starting to make you angry. What's an example of a thought that precipitates an angry feeling?
Think about my parents. When I look at them, they just make me really angry, and
Like,
so I
what about
don't like
them?
them.
What's a thought?
Them yelling at me, and then, I just don't like it. You're not going to treat me like that.
Okay,
That's
so
what it
stop
is.
treating me like this.
Stop treating me like that.
Okay,
But
so I feel uncomfortable and upset when my parents are treating me like this. So how about my parents are treating me like crap? That's the thought that you have. My parents are treating me like crap. Would you agree with that?
yeah,
Okay, so let's close our eyes. Let's go back to the fishing pond. And there is a really big leaf on the tree, a leaf on the tree. And we're going to put that thought onto that leaf. Can you do that? Can you project that thought onto that leaf? My parents are treating me like crap. You're frustrated and angry about it, and it's on that leaf. And you see that leaf, and it's falling, and it's falling from the tree. And the wind is making the leaf fall into the water, into a stream. And you see the leaf. There's a stream by the pond. So the leaf is falling into the stream, and you see the leaf go down the stream, and it's going further and further out of you. Can you imagine that? And the leaf is now out of view.
yeah, I can see it, I think.
How does that feel for you?
Good, good.
Can you practice doing that, for maybe 5 minutes a day? When thoughts start, kind of crowding your head, maybe calming yourself down and projecting your thoughts onto the leaves, having them fall from the trees and then drifting down the pond or down the stream. So, what's like another thought that comes up when you get angry with your parents?
I don't know. They want me to go to school and stuff, but I told them I don't like that. Don't like school. So they're always about the school thing and school that, and I I don't care.
So you feel like they're telling you what to do.
Yeah,
Okay. So you want them to stop telling you what to do.
yeah,
So it makes you upset and angry
yeah,
when your parents tell you what to do.
yeah,
Okay, so my parents are telling me what to do.
yeah.
Can you close your eyes? And can you put that thought onto a leaf? And imagine that leaf falling into the stream and drifting down the stream to where you can't see it anymore. And when you do this exercise, I want you to stay in this in this state of mind and imagine thoughts that come up. So let's say the thought came up that your parents are telling you what to do. So you put that thought on a leaf, and I'm sure other thoughts are going to start coming up too. So I want you to put all of the thoughts that come up onto leaves and have them go down the stream and drift down the stream. And I want you to really try to stay in that, near that pond, in the present moment, and watching these thoughts drift away to where they're no longer in your mind. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I can do that. As long as I'm not near my parents, I can do it.
Okay, well, we can practice you know, maybe even not when, maybe not when you're in the midst of anger, but maybe we can practice just every day when you're calm. And we can get into a habit and routine, and then maybe we can utilize this tool when you do start getting upset and angry. Another thing that I'd like for you to do is when you start getting really upset, and you said on the telephone that you have cut yourself before, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you take the anger and you express it outwardly
Yeah.
by destructing or using destructive means to destroy property and stuff like that, and then you also turn it inwardly. Maybe one technique that you can do when you feel like you really want to hurt yourself, you can get a piece of ice from the freezer and hold it in your hand until the ice melts fully. And that might help distract you from wanting to, focus that anger on yourself. Just the feeling of the ice in your hand might help with those thoughts and feelings. Another thing that I just recently learned about cutting, if you feel like cutting, you can take a permanent marker and you can draw, instead of cutting, we can draw the mark on your skin, and then that can be like a way to envision that that pain, without hurting yourself.
Okay.
And then, does that sound like something that you can try to do? Would you sign a safety contract with me that you won't participate in cutting until, here in DBT we have some tools that we use. So we use skills group, and we use individual therapy, and then we use a skills phone therapist. So what we're going to do is you're going to meet with me, and we're going to talk about individual stuff, maybe go over some skills like we have today. And then you're going to go to a skills group with maybe like 4 or 5 other people or so, and you're going to practice, you're going to learn skills in a timely fashion, and you're going to practice those skills with the group, and then you can come into individual therapy and tell me what you're practicing. And also in between sessions, you can contact a phone therapist, either myself or a colleague who is on call. But there's some rules, and we can go over the rules. I have a worksheet that I can give you. But if you have participated in self-harm, you have to call before you do it. You cannot call after you've done it. And if you do, then we'll have to talk about that, and I won't be available. And if you do call me, I will respond within 2 hours. That's my commitment to you. And and there's some other rules on the sheet that I'll give you after the session. But if we can practice some of those skills that we've taught today, I know it's been kind of a short session, but maybe we can get some of this anger under control a little bit, and just, kind of nick the iceberg a little. How does that feel?
Good.
Does that feel good? Do you have any concerns?
I don't want to be angry anymore, so I'll do it.
Well, that's a good start. That's a great start. Yeah, that motivation is the perfect start for our therapy together. How do you feel about us working together for the next 3 months or so?
Good.
You feel good?
I think you get me.
Okay. Well, we can talk further next time, and don't forget about the box and the ice and the mindfulness activity. And I'll give you some handouts for you to work on. I'm also going to give you some DBT diary cards that I printed out for you. And what you're going to do on there is by next week, you're going to fill out some things, some of the skills that we've worked on, and we're gonna learn some skills that are on there. You might not know everything today, obviously it's your first time, but we'll go over most of those skills. And so you can start practicing the skills and say which ones you practiced and which ones you didn't, which ones helped you, things like that. How you felt is kind of like a feeling log, like, you know, when you get really frustrated with your parents, you know, you can write on there that you felt really angry or really frustrated, and just kind of keep a log about how you've been doing since the last session. Do you think you can do that every day?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
perfect.
I can.
Okay, Brian. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.